Hey, welcome to American Reversion. I'm Steve Smith. Well, folks, remember when I said that we were going to have to deal with some craziness coming up here, but we didn't know what it was going to be? I just got a peek at some. I'm just sitting down to dinner, so if you hear, actually, in my chair, drinking my cup of coffee, just about to have dinner, and I just saw this, had to get it up. So if you hear noises in the background, if you hear kids rollerblading in the house or people yelling, I'm doing my homework or anything like that, that's life. Okay, and you probably didn't realize this, but overturning Roe means ending interracial marriage. Right? I mean, obviously, right? That's the next obvious step. Okay, well, that's the headline of this Breitbart article. It says, left spreads fear. You knew that wasn't true, but this is the kind of stuff we're going to have to deal with. Overturning Roe means ending interracial marriage. Now, how can they get that? I just told Kelly, she's sitting across the other side of the room, behind you over there, and I said, did you know that overturning Roe is going to end interracial marriage? She says, what? How? I said, well, let me explain. Let me explain from our good friends, the Democrats, exactly how this is going to work. Okay. Supporters of Roe versus Wade are spreading fears that Supreme Court Justice Samuel Alito's draft decision overturning the landmark abortion case could mean that other court precedents, including interracial marriage, could also be canceled. Now, I don't know why they're stopping at that. Why? Let's just go back to slavery, shouldn't we? I mean, I know somebody's going to bring that up, and you know it too, right? Okay, Representative Eric Swalwell, the brilliant, Swalwell the brilliant, and his Twitter page says, the Republicans won't stop at banning abortion. They want to ban interracial marriage. Do you want to save that? Well, then you should probably vote. So, he doesn't say they probably will. He says they want to ban interracial marriage. Now, if they had any working brain cells left on the left, that wouldn't be a big problem. It wouldn't be a danger. However, since there aren't, since they don't think over there, they just feel, people are going to believe that. Derek Johnson, who is he? Honey, do you have any idea who Derek Johnson is?
No clue.
Derek GZ. What would GZ be? I have no idea. We don't, so if any of you know what it is, put it down there. Derek Johnson says the right to an abortion has about as much legal precedence in America as the right to interracial marriage, which is to say, apparently none at all. Well, Senator Jim Ananich, I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. I don't even know where he's from. Where's he from? Michigan. He says, we are headed full speed towards a terrifying new reality. If Roe is overturned, abortion becomes immediately illegal in Michigan. Do I hear millions of tiny little voices saying, yay? You're right. To your body shouldn't be up to the party in charge in your state. We will never stop fighting as they try to strip people of their freedoms. And then he goes on with a secondary post. This is not a singular issue, but a turning back of what generations of Americans recognize as our rights. This is a step toward the undoing of our country as we know it by the same people who condone child marriage, say lay back and enjoy rape, and want to outlaw interracial marriage. Excuse me, Mrs. Nerdley, have you heard anybody talk about this before this?
All the time.
Oh, well, she travels in much different circles than I do. I haven't, however. And she said that, of course, tongue-in-cheek, all the time. Have you ever, in seriousness, heard anybody say that they ought to do away with interracial marriage?
No.
Never. Okay, 100% here between she and I, so that's a scientific survey, 100%. How about you all out there? Is that a big thing in your circle? Banning interracial marriage. Okay, Joy Ann, who is is this Joy Reid? Joy Ann Reid? Is that? I don't know who it is. Okay, I haven't read this yet, so you'll be surprised along with me. She says, Mr. Alito, you know what else the Constitution doesn't reference? Racial equality, the right of black people or women to vote, desegregation. See, I knew they were going to get there. LGBTQ rights, including to marry and interracial marriage. Yet all of those things were affirmed by previous SCOTUS decisions. Oh, right. Let's see. Okay. We just have more. I'm not going to take your time. We have more down here. Every one of them. What are they going to ban next? Interracial marriage, interracial marriage, interracial marriage. That's the kind of thing we're dealing with, folks. And we know, you know what? The one thing we can always count on with the libs. Well, first off, they hate America. We can count on that. They hate America. They want to bring down our country, but we can always depend on them to come up with something that it reminds me of a person. I'll finish this thought, but I'm going to say this for Mrs. Snerdley's benefit. It reminds me of a person that I sometimes talk about, and that is, you will never be able to figure out what they're going to come up with next. Is that right, Mrs. Snerdley?
That is right.
That is right. You'll never be able to figure out in your wildest imagination what these people are going to come up with next. Would you have thought of that? I wouldn't have thought of that. Okay, so obviously, the next step is banning interracial marriage. I'm sure that we'll be returning to women not voting and probably slavery. I mean, obviously, that's next. Gosh, what to do, right? What to do? Well, this is what we're up against, folks. Get ready. Be ready for this. Develop your answer when you're talking to your friends. Those people that you rub up against every now and then, and I know we're trying to rub up against them less and less because the extent to which we're able to sway them seems to be minimizing as time goes on, and this is just the latest wacko. Remember, wackos always remember the wacko and cleave to the wacko causes, and doesn't there seem to be a lot more of them now than ever before? Okay. You all remember America needs something. Remember how I used to say a reversion? It needs something. Whatever needs you to be a part of it. I'll talk to you tomorrow unless something else crazy comes up tonight, which could happen. Y'all have a good night. Bye-bye.